Hey YouTube, this is the 1999 Lexus GS400 and today I'm going to just give an overview of the car and I'm going to give it a quick test drive as well and talk about some of the things to look at if you're ever to buy this vehicle or you're just interested and want to know a few things. I'm just going around here showing you a little bit of the body styling. You got the 16-inch wheels, the alloys. Has dual exhaust with MagnaFlow mufflers. Gives it a nice little rumble. Just look down the sides of the panels and look at the quality of the paint when you're checking it out. Make sure all the panels kind of match, all the colors the same. Does have a color matched grille. Check the headlights for the clarity. It does have yellow fog lights on the bottom. Little plastic pieces pulling down right there a little bit, no big deal. It's just a broken screw on there. Just look under the car and see how clean and how dry it is underneath. Make sure for no oil, that sort of stuff. Obviously, you know, the tread depth on the tires all around on all four, make sure they're even. Look at the brakes on the inside. Use your finger, just go across. If there's a big lip, you probably need to replace them soon. Alright, then we'll take a look on the inside. It's all stitched leather on the inside here. You got the wood grain panel, nice two-tone leather, very soft on this. It's got the stitchings all up on here. Kind of the crinkled leather from the factory, which is pretty cool. You got your controls down here for your backrest there. And your controls here to control the seat. It does have a push brake, foot brake, whatever you want to call it. You have your all your windows here are automatic, so they go up automatically. You got two different settings for the memories for the seat here, and you can reset it by holding onto that button there. In the back, you got speakers back here too. Got a little ashtray that comes here, and it does have the little Lexus symbol all across on all sides of the car. Just check out the leather on the back here. So you do have the stitchings even on this here. It's soft leather, the whole thing. Very, very nice leather. And you want to feel the back of the seats here because this is usually where they get the most heat. These ones are like brand new pretty much. Awesome. I love the leather in this car. You also do have your air conditioning controls back here. And you do have little lights up there on the top for inside lighting. It does have little handles as well on each side of the vehicle, except for the driver's side, and they are actually leather as well, you can see. Then the trunk, it's got a lot of trunk space. I don't think I'm actually going to open it right now, there's too much stuff in there. Of course, the sides here again, just kind of looking at all the condition of the vehicle overall, you know. Got all your wood grain paneling. Again, another ashtray on this side. Same with this side. And you do have your controls the same on this side as well as the SRS side airbags. And in the center console here, it's got two compartments. One here and one down there. There's a lot of stuff in it right now. And it's a soft touch. Soft. I don't think it's leather, but some plastic material for the console here. And you got your multi-disc CD. And another compartment here. It does have a really nice size moonroof sunroof, which is really cool. I like to use this. It's always handy. You have your controls up here. You also have your garage or door opener controls here. And you have heated seats for both front seats. You got your power control here and your snow control here. Then you have your vehicle stability control button right there. You can turn it on and off that way. You have your ashtray in here with your cigarette lighter, tape player. It's not a CD player, except for the one in there. And got your parking release. You can control the mirrors, turn them out however you want from here with these buttons. It can controls for the left mirror, and then you can turn it over here for the other mirror on the right. And then you do have a little change thing here. And you do have, you can control the steering wheel up and down by using this little button. But you see that when you put the key in, it does come down to you right away. So if you do put the key in and the steering wheel doesn't come down like that, it probably has something broken there with the steering. Well, something's out on it. And you control it up and down this way. You can even control it to you, closer to you. It telescopes, and it also goes back in. And go ahead and start it up, and then we'll take a look at the motor. And of course, when you get in, the first thing you want to check is the transmission, so just make sure you can put it into all gears. Reverse, neutral, drive. Come over here, you got low, and you got your 2 as well. Alright, just make sure that it's smooth and it's not making any thud sounds or kind of jerking sounds. Alright, and it is the 4-liter V8. It is 300 horsepower and 310 foot-pounds of torque. That is the normal sound generally on these cars for the drive belt. It sounds a little squeaky, but it's no major issue whatsoever. The belts are fine. Just check and make sure the belts are fine. Even feel the hoses. Make sure they're not stiff or cracked. Come around here, just check them all. You know, kind of put your hand on top of the motor just to see how smooth it's running. If it's idling kind of rough, kind of jerky or whatever, who knows, it might need a tune-up. Just kind of looking around at all of the things, listening for sounds that don't sound right or something doesn't look right. You know, like I got a little coolant leak here, you can see, just to show you, just leaking a tad down there. It's kind of dried up. So it's a slow leak. It's not wet at the moment on it. So you come down here, check the intake. You got your intake hose here, and then it comes in through here, and you got your intake box there. And you got your mass airflow sensor right here, right here. Check this power steering fluid. Just make sure that it's not leaking, because a lot of times these cars are known for actually having power steering fluid leaks. So it's just probably the power steering hose. And then check the battery for any corrosion, all that good stuff on the positive, negative side. And definitely checking for oil leaks, obviously. But this one's pretty darn dry, if you ask me. Here we got our brake fluid over here. Always just check the level, see where everything's at. See if these little things are cracked. The plastic will crack on these over time, so you always want to check those. And just make sure there's no rust or anything within the motor on the front end. You know, definitely looking at the radiator and all. You can't really see down here, but it's down there. Just kind of making sure it all looks good. You got your AC condenser. Actually, this is your AC condenser right on the front. So you want to make sure that's not screwed up and all junked up, because those can be kind of expensive. And definitely checking the seals on the headlights. You know, looking at the clarity of the headlights. They can be indicators for accidents and stuff like that. Go ahead and give it a quick drive. So now that I've gone over a few things about the car on the interior, the exterior, the motor, I would like to show you just a quick drive here and just talk a little bit about how it drives. Pull off the brakes, always good. So one of the first things you notice when you start driving this car right away is definitely the weight of the vehicle itself. You can feel that in the steering, and that's one thing I really like about this car. You feel safe, you feel like you're in a sturdy car. It's an easy touch pedal. It picks up real quick once you hit the gas, and it has really good braking. And we'll go ahead here and just give it a little bit of gas. Yeah, and as you're doing this, you're obviously checking all the dials, the rotations per minute, the mile per hour gauge, the heat, and the temp gauge and the fuel gauge, all that. Make sure nothing's jumping around or something's dropping as you're hitting the gas. That's problems for other things. And you'll definitely want to hit the gas a few times, so just step on it a little bit and kind of get a feel for the car and for the steering as well. Definitely checking, you know, how much response you're getting back from the road itself. So making sure it's not too rattly or whatnot in the steering. It also does, however, have shifters on the steering wheel. It has your down shifting here, and it has your up in the back. So I could put it into manual drive, which is right here, and I could just put it over here in manual, and basically now I can start using these to shift up and down, which is really awesome. Yeah, but the car drives super smooth, really smooth. That's one thing you're looking for. If it has bad shocks or something like that, it would be riding a little, it would be riding not as nice. So, and we want to do one last thing here. I'm just gonna hit the brakes real quick after I get around this turn. And what I recommend, I would recommend that you take it up to at least 30 miles an hour and then hit the brakes. And you're checking to see that the four-wheel ABS kicks in and that you feel the braking power of the car, and that it brakes properly without any issues. So we'll go ahead and get it up to a little bit of speed here. There. Then I'm at 35, I'll just hit the brakes. And you can feel the car stops on a dime. It's pretty good. You feel the pressure in the brake itself, and that's something you're looking for. You want to make sure that the brake has enough pressure and all when you're testing it out. Alright folks, that's going to be it for this one today. And until next time, see ya.